In lesson 1-2, we're going to be learning about place value concepts. The material needed would be a whiteboard marker, an eraser, and your math journal. On your math journal, you are going to number 1, 2, and 3 on your whiteboard. Again, this is just a math warm-up, so go ahead and just solve and write down the answer only. Remember to pause the video as needed. 90 minus 40 is 50. Or just think about, what is 9 minus 4? 5. 60 minus 20 is 40. And 140 minus 70 is 70. Go ahead and erase that. This one, I would like you to try to do it in your head. If not, you can go ahead if you need to and write down the problem off to the side in your whiteboard. Again, number 1, 2, and 3, and pause the video and solve. Number 1, 35 minus 16 is 19. 64 minus 22, that one's a little easier. 4 minus 2 is 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. And 78 minus 26 is 52. Go ahead and erase that. Look at the two numbers listed in the math message. I want you to determine which number is greater and about how much larger. One thing I'd like you to do is actually say each of the numbers aloud. Go ahead. Now, if we're looking at which number is larger, I need to think about the numbers and what place values. So they each have a ones, a tens, a hundreds, a thousands, 10,000s, and this number has 100,000. So which number is larger? And I can go ahead and use my grid paper down here and go ahead and write this. Now, if I couldn't see that automatically or immediately, I would just go ahead and line up my numbers and notice that this one is larger. And about how much larger? Well, there's 4 in the 100,000s place, so 400,000. Again, I would like you to read the two numbers in yellow up at the top aloud. Go ahead and read them aloud. So if we look at the first number, we read 46. Whenever we see a comma, we insert the place value. 46,385. How do we read the next number? Again, you're going to chunk the numbers and read the numbers before the comma. So this number is 463. I see a comma, so I put in the place value, 463,000, and then 850. Now we're going to look at these two numbers in the red box. So we're looking at what is the value of the 4 in 46,385. So next to there, would you please on your whiteboard write the value of the 4? Go ahead. If we look at the 4, it's in the 10,000s place. So I write a 4, and then every place value after it is a 0. So the value of the 4 is 40,000. What is the value of the 4 in 463,850? The 4 is in the 100,000s place. So the value of that is 400,000. So I'd like you to number 1 to 4 on your whiteboard. We're going to go ahead and look at the number 7,692. I want you to tell me the value of each number as it is listed. So a number 1, what is the value of the 7? Write it. You can hear it, 7,692. So the value you should have written down is 7,000. Again, remember to pause the video as needed. You should be writing this on your whiteboard at the time. Number 2, what is the value of the 6? Listen, 7,692. Write the value of the 6. 600. 9, listen again, 7,692. What is the value of the 9? Write it. And lastly, what is the value of the 2? Write it. Go ahead and read the 2 numbers in yellow at the top of your screen. Pause it and read them aloud. The first number is 47,899. The second one is 48,908. We can look at those in what we would call expanded form. In other words, what is the value of the 4? Well, it's like taking 4 in the 10,000s plus a 7 in the thousands place plus 8 in the hundreds place plus 9 in the tens place plus 9. We can do that same thing with the next number. We can think about the 4 being in the 10,000s place, the 8 being in the thousands place, the 9 being in the hundreds place, plus 0. So you can put 0 in the tens place, plus 8. Now go ahead and let's look at how many 10,000s are in each number. Well, if I look in the 10,000s place, they both are 4. So they are the same. I'm starting furthest to the left. So then I go to the next place value. How many thousands are in each number? We have a 7 on the top number and an 8. So which one is larger? The 8. So 48,908 is larger. You're going to write greater than, less than, or equal to in each of these. It says to write in expanded form, but what I'm going to ask that you actually do is look at each number. You can say them out loud if that helps. You're going to start furthest to the left. So, for example, you'll number 1 to 4 on your whiteboard again. I will start furthest to my left, 34,212 and 44,886. I'm going to start with the furthest place value to the left. Which one is larger? 4 is. So 34,212 is less than 44,886. When I was young, I remember this was an alligator's mouth and he wants to eat the larger of the numbers. So the opening of that symbol goes to the larger or the greater of the 2. Now stop and pause the video and complete the other 3. So if you go ahead and look at the other numbers, I'm going to go ahead and compare the 7 and the 7, 4 and 1. 4 is greater. 74,101 is greater than 71,411. Going to compare the 100,000s, then the 10,000s, the thousands. It's not until we get to the hundreds place that we see a difference. I look at number 4, 100,000 is the same, 10,000 is the same. Again, the thousands place, it is greater than. You will open to journal page 4, and today when you work on your math journal page, you're going to use the greater than or less than symbol. Again, start farthest to the left and compare the place values. Then you're going to go ahead and look at the table to the right, which shows the total attendance for the 2013-2014 regular season for the 10 National Hockey League teams. So when it asks for which team has the largest attendance, you are again going to look at the place value furthest to the left. So what I'm going to do is see that there are two teams, Chicago and Detroit, that both have 9s in the 100,000s. So I'm just going to pay attention to those two first. Since they are both 9 and that is larger than any other number, then I'm going to go to the 10,000s, the 2 and the 0. So the 2 in the 10,000s is greater than. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in that Chicago has the greatest attendance. The one other question you might have is in 6B when it asks to write a comparison number sentence. For example, you might say that 634,832 is less than 761,767. This would be Carolina, and this would be Buffalo. That's what it means for write a comparison number story. You're going to go ahead and complete journal page 4.